What up, fam? Welcome to Agree to Disagree TV. And the TV is for Terrell and Vic. Tonight, we're going to have something to talk about. On this channel, we spotlight the culture. And sometimes we're going to talk about things that's controversial. And we're going to give it to you from the black male perspective. So sometimes when we talk about these issues, we don't always agree. But hopefully, respectfully, we can at least agree to disagree. Tonight's topic will be on passport bros. That's right. Is this the new mail order bride? Passport bros?
It definitely ain't new. We know white men been doing it for years, so it's not new as far as that's concerned. So definitely not. But it's definitely a movement that's going on in the community right now. What I'm told and what I'm reading. Get into there to see what they talking about.
All right. So first up, y'all, they saying that this is the reason why some of the passport bros movement is growing. Take a look at this video.
I only want you for the money in the bill. The bill. That's it. If you ain't getting my hair done, if you ain't getting my nails done, if you ain't doing nothing for me, then I don't need you here. It's not 50-50. It's not 80-20. It's 100% to zero.
One side, look, that's why American relationships are failures. That's why American women, on a global context, are the worst for relationships, long-term period. That's why the divorce rate is the highest in the world here. And that's why, on the desirability level, American women are at the bottom of the global barrel. This is all statistically documented from men, because at the end of the day, the ones who decide if a woman is valuable for a relationship is men.
Well, the man is the person that's going to have to, obviously, propose and buy the ring and all that stuff.
Give them the ring.
Real quick.
I really do believe that modern feminism encourages male absence. It encourages it because it's become toxic. They use terms like toxic masculinity, right? And I say to myself, all of their examples of the idea of what it means to be a man now is toxic. They think, oh, this is a man. Masculinity is wrong. There's something inherently wrong with being a masculine man. And to me, I always say that it was toxic masculinity that saved me. You know, I had a healthy fear of my grandfather. Nobody played around with my grandfather. We still don't play around with my grandfather, you know, and it's just, there's a certain level of respect when you're in his home. There are rules. And because I had that healthy fear, I was, I guess, more responsive to that sort of authority when I had to go out in real life. You know, I believed in structure. And yet this version of feminism today, we have women that are basically promoting men should act like women, right? And women should act like men. There's all this confusion. You can pick your gender, you can do what you want. And ultimately what I think it's doing is feeding into this idea of a breakdown of the family.
All right, let me break this down real quick. Let me break this down because there was a couple of things that were said.
Yeah, Candace said a lot.
All right, so the first part of the video, it was a young lady who said, hey, look, this ain't a 50-50 thing. Men, it's her way or no way. That's one part, and I want to get into that part. You don't want to be in a relationship like that, fellas. And if she's saying that this is 100% to zero, then obviously you're playing in a situation where you are a sugar daddy or something. You got to be out of your league. And truth be told, hey, you feel like that's what you need to do in order to, find someone that's out of your league to go to another place. Maybe so. Now that's the first part I want to say. The second part was the guy was like, hey, in the end of the day, the women here in America is not desirable. Now, I can't agree. Maybe white women, but there's some black women that's still banging here in the United States. That's first off. First off is my wife. She's still banging. Thank you, boo. Now, with that being said, though, I get what he's saying if he's saying that the obesity rate in the United States is huge, guaranteed. They are huge. The obesity rate is ridiculous. Let me tell you why I know it's ridiculous. Because back in the day, certain women only wore certain things that fit their body. And you knew who those people were. Now, everybody wear the things that the fine women wear. And believe me, you shouldn't be walking around here looking like Barney with them skin tight pants on. Well, whatever the leggings or whatnot. Not see. They trying to make us accept. Well, I'm just saying they trying to accept the new attractiveness here in the United States because we are. I mean, I can lose a couple of pounds myself now. I can lose about a good 5, 10. No, I can lose about maybe 15. I can use 15 pounds. But I ain't walking around here with no skin tight, nothing on. You ain't got to worry about seeing none of my body.
So you say
I'm just saying. I'm just that's my. I got one more with the Candace thing. You want to chime in on the two things?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, on the Candace thing, I'm with you on that. I like my woman soft. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you all rah, 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 rah. I don't want you tough, man. I don't want you tough. I want you like, I like my biscuits, man. I like my biscuits soft and moist. That's how I want my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know. Hey. So it's okay. No. See, here's what I'm trying to say. You can't have a left without a right. You can't have an up without a down. Masculinity balances itself on femininity. If you got two tough people, look. First off, let me say this to you. I ain't met a woman tougher than me. And if she tougher than me, I don't need to be around her because she ain't a woman. That's what I'm saying. I need someone to tell me at night, I heard something. Go see what it is. Because if she say, don't worry about it, nigga, I got it. I'm like,
well,
but go ahead and tell you what you got.
You said a lot.
I know I said a lot. I know.
You said so. Let's take the first girl first. She's stupid and obviously delusional. Yeah, run from that kind of woman. Most likely, she had mental health issues or something to that effect. She didn't seem quite right to me. But yeah, definitely her expectations are ridiculous. So yeah, run away from that type of girl.
Her eyes was close together.
Say that again.
Her eyes was close together.
She won't write. Come on, man. Yeah, she won't write. And I ain't gonna go there, but she won't write. So yeah, she talking like that, and she gonna be by herself because ain't nobody dealing with that. That's come on, what kind of man she attracts. So let's stop playing with that. The second dude, he capping big time. Sound like a punk. Like, I'm leaving day two. You go on by. See you later. We don't need you here. He's a white guy, so I'm gonna leave him alone as far as that. But the black guys who are talking about, hey, I can't handle my woman here, you soft. That's just that. And what kind of G's moving silence? What kind of dudes what they doing on the internet as far as going out and doing this other stuff? Just go do it and just be on. What's the black woman got to do with it? But anyway, that guy was just talking cap and no, for the record, his facts is wrong. U.S. is not the number one divorce in the world, so stop that.
Who is?
It'd be the Maldives. Who figured that? But anyway,
what the
we on the list. Maldives is an Indian Ocean area.
They divorcing? They divorcing?
So it's by per 1,000. It's the way they do the divorce rate is by per 1,000 people per something like that. So I think theirs is like the highest. But again, they probably a small group of people, so you know how that works in regards to size and statistics. All right, so yeah, that guy just running his mouth again. Like I said, if he's soft, go on for the heels, run for the heels. Do what you got to do as far as that. Find love wherever you need to find it. But that's soft. Candace said a whole lot. Very intellectual. I get that. Where she was going with it. About the strong father figure and those things. I don't know about being afraid of them. Toxic. Toxic fathers are not good, and these are toxic grandfathers. So I don't know what Candace is going necessarily with that.
Toxic femininity.
No, she said her dad had toxic. Her grandfather had and his toxic masculinity.
Oh,
is what she was afraid. That is not a good thing. You should not be. You should respect your grandfather with a healthy respect. You should not be afraid of him. That sounds like they had some toxic stuff going on. So why Candace is probably where Candace is right now. So but anyway, so that was a lot to unpack. I get what you're saying about wanting your women a certain way, and that's fine. That's cool. I get that as far as wanting a certain type of woman or whatever. But I don't I don't agree with situation where that just because they're black they're toxic, or just that they're too hard to deal with. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So that I'm not sure what Candace was going with all that. Sounds like she got some hurt.
All right, fam. Next up, we have our passport bros being overlooked in the U.S.
Passports be stamped up because they got the bread to do it. I hate that people just always equate like a weaker man, so to speak, with that means he don't got bread. No, they be the main ones who got bread. Like they just don't get girls. Girls don't pay them no mind. They rather have a swagged out broke bull than to take one of them who could really, like I said, support you with let your
I feel like
Word.
Yeah, word up.
So what she's saying is, you want to tackle that one too?
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I was fine with what she said in regards to they got some money. They're the women, just for whatever reason they don't meet the beauty requirements or whatever it is, or the standards, so they get overlooked. Yeah, they go somewhere else and find somebody. Oh, awesome, all good. Do your thing. Happy for you.
Oh, no doubt. Because at the end of the day, what she's saying is, and this is true. She's saying you got a lot of handsome guys, broke dudes, and really, they just going around taking up all the women. Now, I'm be honest with you now. I'll be honest with you. No. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we already talked about in the past broadcast about side chicks, and some of them are willing to be double down, triple down on the guy who's nice looking, and the one that's married. So what he's saying is that if you don't look part, then you may be overlooked in the U.S. And I agree. Once again, I agree, because here we are all about what you look like. Yes, they want to see what you look like, and that dude is going to be overlooked. And here's what I'm trying to say to you. Most of the guys in their early 20s and let's say late 20s, early 30s. Those are the ones who are trying to find a mate, and they are getting into their careers to where they can afford to go out and date. And now with how the economy is, you can go to other places and meet other people. The world has become small. And with that world coming small, you can say, hey, I can meet someone somewhere else and my dollars can go, and they appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm with that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with it, as long as you ain't saying I'm leaving because the black woman is too intolerable for me to tolerate. So I'm leaving. I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna leave my culture for other cultures because my culture is too hard to deal with, and that's just the line I've drawn. I do have a problem with those guys. I say those guys are soft, and that's just that. Soft-hearted, soft-minded, weak-minded. You can't make a woman. You can't get a black. You can't get a black woman to follow your lead.
So next up, should a woman be mad at the passport bros?
The passport bros gaining more and more popularity, and ladies are not happy about it. And one of the reasons I think it's getting so much pushback from women is because what this is going to mean is that ladies are not going to just have more competition. They're going to have more competition when it comes to dating and mating. There's going to be more options available for men. And I think for many ladies, that just makes them feel a little bit uneasy, if I'm just being honest. First of all, the idea of dating and mating being competitive in general is not anything that we grew up hearing. A lot of women grew up hearing they're the prize, they just have to be, and the man will just magically show up, that, just their presence isn't up. Like we heard these things. And so the idea of competing, or the idea of, making yourself available, or different, things that you would do to make yourself desirable to another partner is very foreign, especially for Black women. And so now fast forward and you have this whole group of men that are saying, hey, you aren't willing to work with us. Fine. We're going to go abroad and find women who are. It's like a mixture of shock and disdain and disgust. And how dare you do this? Like, you're going to make us have to compete? How dare you? So the thing is, I don't think it's going anywhere. I legitimately do not think that this movement is going anywhere. If anything, I think it's going to grow. And this is just the way of the economy of the world. So many things are globalized, jobs being one of them, different career opportunities. And of course, relationships is going to be one of them. So I just think it's making a lot of women uneasy. And the good news is if you are a good woman, whether you in the USA or you are in, Europe or you are in Asia, Africa, if you're a good woman, there's going to be no shortage of men who really want to, be with you, especially in a society now where it's like there's a lot of women who just don't even want to have families. If you're a woman who doesn't want to have a family and does have the character and the qualities to do so, like, you're not going to have any problems. But the reality is what worked 50, 60, maybe even 10 years ago when it came to finding somebody, it's not going to work today. Things are just strictly different. Things just are not the same. And I think instead of trying to shame dudes or trying to find ways to detour them from doing what they have already decided they're going to do, it might be more productive to just try to understand what's going on. At least listen. Even if you don't like the Pastor Bros, at least try to listen to their complaints, hear where they're coming from. And then from there, you might be able to figure out, okay, how to navigate in this space. My thoughts.
Sister, I like your thoughts. Because I'm telling you right now, women are from Venus and men are from Compton. Straight up, when it gets down to it, competition is here. And for me, I'm telling you, I found my wife as a unicorn. She was in the midst of all this nothingness. And T, I used to always complain about how bad these women was down here in Atlanta. Oh my God. And I know you're saying, hey, listen, I cannot say what's over the pond, over the river. I don't know. But I do know this though. My wife is a unicorn. She's special and she's set apart. So the first time I ever saw my passport bro, it was Coming to America, and Eddie Murphy was playing this prince that literally had the jewel, and he left his own country to go find a queen in Queens. Now, I don't know about you, T, but when I saw Coming to America and that woman came into that room and she bowed down to him and he asked the question, hey, what kind of music you like? She said, whatever you like. Oh, what do you like to do? Whatever you like. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, hey, man, he got him a winner. But I ain't talking about trying to take advantage. Don't go into the, went into some of the botchery and have her as a slave, sex slave or something like that and walking over. I'm saying the fact that I like my women to be softer than me, and I don't want you standing up like a man. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead,
right. So we're gonna tackle the back and forth chick, her scary ass. Oh, you're so scared. Shut your ass up. You ain't scared of nothing. You all right. Anyway, like you said, you're right. The competition is here. You've been competing already. And it's fine. Take your ass and meet somebody else. If you can't find no man around here, do the same thing they doing. Go get you a German dude, whatever it is, whatever. Like, she just running her mouth all scary, but that's whatever. Black women don't have anything to worry about. Y'all mouth ain't that bad. These Negroes is just running their mouth. They soft. Don't even worry about that. 85% of us is with y'all. Don't even worry about it. The other 8% is with white women, and 4%. They've been that way for about 5 years. Don't worry about them. All right. Let's talk about what you said, though.
What'd I say?
What? No. Eddie Murphy did the right thing. He went and found a jewel that was still good and still was going to be good to him. I don't want no woman that's going to lay down and lay down, like what I like. I don't want another version of me. I don't need that. I want, again, if you don't want no iron to be sharpened, that's fine. That's the woman you want. I want a woman that's going to sharpen me up, because that's how it works. That's how relationships and marriages work. They make you better. And she ain't going to make you better by whatever you like.
You don't know that.
So I do know that. So, but anyway, bottom line, that's my thought. I disagree totally. Who wants that woman? Other than she was fine, that's it. You stop at that. And that's what you was looking at. So quit playing.
No, man, no.
I'm capping.
Hey, listen, man.
Nobody want no girl that's tall. Whatever you like.
No, see, the thing is, you got to look at yourself or who type of person you are. I ain't a bad dude, man. I wouldn't have my wife out cutting grass and nothing like that.
I
You
didn't
know
say
what I
you was
mean?
gonna make him to a servant. I said you just don't want nobody to. You want. It's about control. What I can control, and that's not. That's what you want.
Listen, if nah, I ain't want no control. I ain't like that, man.
These
I'm
guys who
move
talking
on.
about
I'm gonna move
submissive
on.
woman is about control, and that's another word. They just using a substitute for control with your money or whatever it is. That's control. Just they could just say what they want. I see that. We know it.
You know, sometimes you wish your wife would be like, whatever you like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure sometimes she wish you be like, whatever you like the same to her. I'm pretty sure she like you be like, hell nah, we ain't doing that. Stop capping. You know, that's all I'm saying. Go both ways.
Okay. All right, next up. This black woman says black women don't have a problem with the passport bros. Let's see what they got a problem with, though.
Black women do not have a problem with the passport bros. What we have a problem with is on black women as a reason to go over to take advantage of women who are not financially stable. You're going over there to find somebody who's going to treat you like a king in all your mediocrity. Don't blame us for that.
I gotta go off of what I've seen. They cater to you to a T. I know someone that has married someone and brought her over here. It looks like she's out of magazine.
She will be a model over here, right? Do you think if she was born in America, she would be with him?
No, she would not be with him.
Do you know why? Because they're poor. Y'all are taking advantage of these women, blaming us. Black women are this, black women are that, as if we're causing you to take advantage of these women. Leave us the out of it.
Tell them, sister. You tell.
Go ahead.
Damn
T.
right. She right. No, I thought she was spot on. She was right. See it. Because it's just like who I'm gonna use a rich guy, an ugly rich dude. I used to use a stream. Hugh Hefner. He had all the women around him. Hugh Hefner was 90-some years old, however old he was. You know they was around him for the money. So it's the same difference. You go over to these countries, your money is so much valuable than theirs. That you kind of like the Hugh Hefner. They falling all over you, laying around. Yeah, they treat you like a king, obviously. I mean, okay, that's fine. Do your thing. Leave black women out of it. That's it. Just say I'm getting my freak on. Do handle your business. Men will respect that. We'll tolerate the man pig stuff. I'm done.
Man, let me tell you something, man. First off, you ain't got to go no far off places to find someone poor. That's first off. It's the
poor and
hood.
fine.
No,
the key was dime piece.
Oh, ain't no fine people. No fine people in the hood.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying they over there and it's easy. They say they claim they can't tolerate the hood girl, so they don't want the fine hood girl.
But
they want the easy.
You can find a hood girl who's poor, but it's
not that kind of poor. Not that kind of poor.
If you on Section 8, you ain't paying for nothing. I'm just saying, you should be. I'm saying, I'm saying that at a certain point of your beauty, attitude grow. I mean, just kind of like I mean,
that's for me.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Like when a white woman want to mimic some form of strength, she mimics the black woman.
Yeah,
I mean, most races do when they want to find out, like, they got this, get the head, whatever. They mimic black women. So what I'm saying is that it's not that they go in there to take advantage of poor people. It's poor people in America that you can take advantage of.
But they're not as you've been to these countries. They're not as poor as us.
Listen, I know there is some form of assistance here in America, and then there's there. But the point I'm still saying is that holding me is the attitude, that the black woman's attitude in America can be some fixing. I ain't saying that, you the reason why me and so on, so on. I'm saying that I can get it. Like, I'm not overlooking the fact that it's a good possibility that this has something to do with them saying, you know what, I'm out. Because at the end, here's what I'm saying. At the end, we can't use poor people because it is poor people in the United States, and they straight up poor. The point is, even when you poor, if you know you look like a certain dime piece, you get the attitude that goes along with it with your broke tail. That's what we're saying.
No,
You know,
what I'm saying is you're equating. Yeah, there are poor people in America, but my dollar value is still the same as it is in America. Meaning, so if I have $1, it's worth $1. In Colombia, my $1 is worth $4,669. That is a difference. Doesn't matter. You have, once I come out of America, I can afford a lot more things. I can provide more for that poor person in that other country more than I can over here because our dollar value is too high. So that's why those guys can leverage their money over in these countries. I'm fine with it. Only problem I have is with the black woman. And again, that's like the black woman saying, hey, black men was portrayed as animals and thugs. We out of here. That was a false narrative. We know that was pushed incorrectly. It's the same with black women. It's not the same. It's not all black women aren't that way. That is a false narrative that people are pushing. That is BS. They are soft-hearted, weak-minded individuals who want to use a scapegoat. That's dumb. That's it.
Well, we're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna move on to the next one. This next one up, got this Playboy here. You know, our brother, he's over in Thailand, pulling him one. Let's see what he got to say.
Flowers and like plants like this.
Yes.
That's what you mean?
Yes.
Or both?
Yes, both.
Both.
Yes, and then rose.
That man, like, you know, you got the good one right there, buddy.
ไปเที่ยวไหนกันมาแล้วครับไปเกาะกันยัง
ยังไม่ได้ไปไม่อยากเมาเรือ
โอ้
I stay all day inside shop, flower shop.
Two days later, I received a message from her asking to meet once again. So we met in Patong for brunch at La Cozy Cafe and Bistro. I'll leave a link to the video
All right. I know you got something to say, man.
Whoop-de-doo, he went on a date.
That man said he winning. You heard him?
Whoop-de-doo, he found.
He said he winning.
Whoop-de-doo.
He said he winning, man.
He loved you long time.
He
in
would not be
Thailand.
winning here.
He winning. Why is he winning?
You heard man, you heard what Biggie said? Biggie said, oh, black and ugly is however, Gucci down to the socks, raise that watch.
He wasn't an ugly individual. That man can get a date.
He wanted a winner, man. See, that's the problem right there.
What's a winner? Winner's a light skin. Winner's a light skin. Funny how these women all seem to be from lighter shades of countries. Interesting.
He wanted to level up. That's what he said. He wanted to level up, and you know good well
leveling up.
He want to date someone that may be more attractive than his level. That's basically what he's saying.
How's he able to get that?
Well, he gotta have fat pockets, but you know his pockets ain't fat here. His pockets ain't fat. Now he found. Now, let me tell you something now. Now I ain't have fat pockets. Now, I remember dating in the club. Once again, I'm talking about hot Atlanta, Georgia. You know, I rolled up. You know, I had my shiny shirt on because it was during the time of you know, and I pulled up on this girl and I was like, "Hey, how you doing? My name, what's on? How you doing?" She said, "Hey, how you doing? You know, I was good. I was good." And she said, "What you do?" I said, I'm a school teacher." She said, "You like the kids, huh?" Walked off, man. I'm just saying.
It happens.
Yeah, but it's like that here in the hot Atlanta now. Like that in hot Atlanta. Everybody want the baller, shot caller.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yep.
They want to find out.
Hold on. No dude don't care about no baller.
No, I'm saying he want to find men want to find dimes, women want the ballers.
Right.
It's the same, just the reverse.
But
when money, they won't look. You want looks, they want money. Same, it's just the same thing. Bottom line is, there's a common thing that keeps coming up here is money, and poor, like that young lady said. They're poor. I can leverage my money on them. I can control them with my money and influence, just like a rich man can do in this country. It's fine. But again,
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, though, T. If I got the money here in this country, I mean, I got it. I got the stacks. You think that black woman gonna give me attitude?
She's gonna change. Yeah, she'll change up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what all he's saying right there. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But again,
he's saying that he want the attitude to change, but he can't get it because his paper ain't right. He paper thin.
It will change up in regards to circumstances. These men, y'all talking like these women run around angry and cussing everybody out that they see. That is a false narrative. Again, you was pushing the stereotype like the black man was an animal. That is a false narrative. Why are you pushing the false narrative on a black woman that she is so angry and want to mouth off, dude?
Angry?
You talking like every black woman gonna give your mouth or be intolerable? That is not the case.
I ain't saying every black woman.
Where they getting this from?
I said most of them. Just not my wife.
All right. Most of them, all right. You say most of them are intolerable.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know most women, so I'm gonna pull back.
They're not. That's a false narrative that is being put. Angry black woman, just like the angry black man. They're pushing the narrative for a reason. Dig deeper.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna try to boo-boo on, but black women, y'all do need an attitude adjustment, though. That's all I'm saying. Talk to men like they are balling. That's all I'm saying. All right, what we got left? We got one more left.
I think we do.
Yep. She said, why don't the women do the exact same thing? Passport hoes. My bad. I mean,
you right. No, you said it. No, you said it right. You said it right. See there, Freudian slip. Hoes.
You know what the best thing about the Passport Bros is? That women have came out and said, yeah, we're joining this movement. Women have been like, yeah, I left the country to find my husband. That's how I got the man I'm with today. Or women being like, I'm joining you guys. I'm leaving the country now to go find me a husband. And they're mad. They're making hate videos. They're just gonna be like, well, you're just mad. No American man wants you. Why are y'all mad that women are doing it too?
Go on, take it in. Go on, lead us in.
Oh man, I got something to say about this one. Let me get my seat and my helmet. Now, look here. Let me tell you something. First off, if you go somewhere, ain't nobody taking you. I mean, I already said that right now you can lose a few pounds here in America. Me too now. I ain't just throwing you under the bus. But you cannot have this narrative as you gonna go somewhere and get a man. That's not your position, first off. Women, don't go find men. So the women who going out looking for someone so you can, don't do that. Let the man find you. That's first off, because you are Snow White, okay? Sleeping Beauty, all those things that they said in the Disney movies. You are not a masculine man. You're not the hunter, okay? That's like the gazelle going to find the doggone lion. You don't do it. Okay, your butt go over there and get taken. Matter of fact, you wouldn't get taken. Those are dime pieces got taken and taken. So ain't no passport sisters going out there. Y'all just cut that out. That movie, Stella got her groove back. Old girl Angela Bassett, she still look like she 30, and that's rare. Okay. Now, with that being said, if you find, you can work at Walmart, you can work at Bojangles, you can work at McDonald's. Man, matter of fact, no matter where you can work, you can be loading box at UPS. Somebody gonna holler at you, man. So you ain't gotta go find that. So the only sisters that's going overseas, they probably just like the Passport Bros, that's getting overlooked. And that's the sad thing. Now, the other thing is, I hate to say it, ladies, but it don't matter how much money you got. Most dudes are attracted to what you look like. And you seen Boomerang when that old lady was like, Marcus. He didn't want that. He did not want that. So that's where I'm at on that, T. I don't know what she talking about. She don't know some other stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you on majority of that. I can't. Yeah, she most likely been overlooked, and that's cool. Go over there if you can make it work. But dude, did she say that the
African
was
countries?
saying?
You're right. It's some African countries like Big Girl.
Yeah. No, man, no, it's somebody for everybody. You know, you can make it work. I didn't see it make it work. So, no, but what she said was some of the cats was giving her hate, like, hey, you know, picking on her, like, why you going over there, whatever. That way, she sounded like I thought I heard her in the video, like she had men giving her videos or comments saying, hey, you know, that's wrong. What you doing going over there? I'm like, what?
They was
that's
like,
salt too. I mean, let her go. What do you mean?
She
want to go, let her ride. Mad at her for.
Well,
I can't see somebody being hating on, you know, anybody for going over there again, unless they just say, hey, I don't mess with my culture. Then I got problems with that. But anyway.
Only if you was a dime piece. If you're a dime piece, they probably would. Well, I don't see nobody doing it. Matter of fact, you know,
I think women most likely gonna be, you know, they most likely be hunted. So I don't. I agree with you. More to that. It's more of a man thing. If you're gonna go over there and go hunting, looking for something else.
Well, we always say in the end, we may not agree, but we can agree to disagree. Uncle V gave that bad boy a thumbs up. I gave a thumbs up to the Passport Bros. I'm not saying that all black women have attitudes, but I do say the American black woman could have an attitude adjustment. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing like a man wanting his wife to show some femininity. It's nothing like a woman who does cater to her man. I'm not saying you don't. If you're saying something and you want to talk to me about it, please put it in the comments. I will respond to you. I am married, so you're gonna like, nigga, you ain't married. That's why you talking like that. Well, your voice shouldn't be that deep, though. You're gonna say, hope your voice, nigga, you ain't got no mind. I do. I have somebody, and she fine, because I know you. Well, what she look like? She, you know what I'm saying? She's on my level. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get it because I have paper. No, she's a beautiful person. So go ahead. I see you gave it a thumbs down. Tell us about it.
Like I said, man, I can't agree with all black women are that intolerable for men to have to leave. If you can find love somewhere, find it wherever you can find it, man or woman, that's cool. Guy who's just saying he don't deal with his own culture, the source of the black man itself, can't have a black man without a black woman. Can't rock with that dude. That dude's, I think, has a weak mentality. That's just my opinion on that. Women, do your thing as far as that begins. If you can't rock with your black man, you know, for some reason, and men need to clean up their attitudes and their line as well, just like women need to clean up whatever
We're
they
going
need
to talk about that
know.
on another stuff.
No. But anyway, we done with that. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Thumbs down on Passport Bros.
All right. So in the end, hopefully, respectfully, we can agree to disagree. Put it in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead, click on this next video. It's that way. And if you like this video, go ahead and click on the next video. You're gonna love it. Click on it.